And that was just freaking out my my render cores. Anyway, so we are now about to be online once again on the tube, and I've been yapping. I need to get a glass of water. LBRB. Okay, I'm back. And yeah, looks like we are stable. I think that my mouse, because I'm using this very bizarre setup, I think that I accidentally must have engaged my replay buffer, which, you know, this is riveting though this may be. I don't think this is really like the clips type content, so what's the point? Okay, so let's recap, gang. So, a little TV repair humor. Anyway, this, because we do not have our cheater board, our assist board, to connect these two, you see this? Because we do not have that, we must open this like a sandwich every time. So I have prepared, while we were yapping, I've prepared all the necessary cables. They just need to go one-to-one. They need to go one-to-one, just the exact same arrangement as we see here. So, I now am unaware of anything going on in chat, so if there are any weird mutant freaks show up to cause trouble, just start tapping on the glass, because I will be able to hear that, actually. I have a little tone that plays every single time a message appears in chat. Okay, so we have the rosin core. We're gonna go goop, boop, 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 and I'm gonna do a flipsy. And I think what I'll do, I am not gonna tin these because I actually don't think I need to this time. Boop, boop, boop. I don't think I need to, and let's do this. So what we may expect is we're gonna solder. I believe that the star of the show is this side, the bottom of the board. But we are gonna have to remember to, one, solder. We do want to finish the grounding. We have 5 different grounding lines that we need to be accountable for. So you know, let's not sleep on that, guys. And the good thing about having so much floppy cable like this is that we don't need to be as precious about our placement, right? Oh gosh, I made this big deal. I'm not gonna tin this, it'll be fine. And then the cable proceeds to be super freaking annoying immediately. Funny, funny, funny. Okay, so we have our first line in, and we're gonna do what we did before, right? Which is, we're just gonna probably drop some shrink wrap like straight on there. I don't know. Where's my solder? Lead-free solder. Again, lead-free solder is brittle. It has a reputation for being brittle. So this is the 5-watt out. 5-watt? Yes, 5-watt out. And oh, remember the time I made a big deal about unplugging my soldering iron so it wouldn't just be hanging out, like freaking out and getting hot for like 10 minutes while I yapped? Anyway, this thing's got no temperature on it, but that is okay. I'm going to take the opportunity. I think this is plenty of clearance. Plenty of clearance to actually get what we need done. And then, oh yeah, so I got these snips. I got snips, and they have dematerialized. I know exactly where in my backpack I put them, and they're gone. Ah, so whatever. It's fine. It's fine. We're fine. We're just hanging out, waiting for my soldering iron to get so hot that it would harm me if I touched it. So I guess I'm beaming back into chat. Heyo. Let's see here. Yeah, I can believe it. The Twitch delay. Um, yes, it's kind of nice. Fixing. I mean, I'm sort of a post new age child who's now also a fully grown parent aged adult, and I do believe that there is big magic in fixing stuff. Because these objects, the people who made them, like the people who designed them, they were experts in their field, and they were working like at the top of their class, right? Um, and that work had value, and I think that repairing a thing sort of like restores the promise of that. Restores the promise of that labor, of that intention, so to speak. And yeah, it's gonna take it's gonna take a minute. Um, well, let's just see here. When you say the delay is super bad, is that to say that like there is an audio delay, or like hold on, is there a is oh, I lost my I did we just have a net split? Well, I can't see anybody in chat, but that doesn't necessarily mean anything. All right. Hello? Okay. And then okay. Well, it seems okay to me, but at any rate. Boop. All right. Are we? Is it? Yeah, we are back in the game, guys. So, I'm gonna hit it. Okay, 1. And 2. We're gonna go like this. And then we're gonna go like this. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so we now have a bunch of extra shrink wrap for our guy. So just a second here. Oop. Okay. We are, hold on, adding 2 spans of shrink wrap to each one of these cables so that we don't have any anybody shoulder to shoulder in the actual circuit. That everybody's staying in their lane and going where they need to, and not where they don't. So okay. Okay, so I am putting more shrink wrap on this cabling. And then we are attaching in series all of the hold on a second. Doot. And I think we're going to just do every single step in sequence, because if I put down the workflow and then pick it up and then put it down and then pick it up, and then it's going to be like possibly the world's worst infotainment programming. So I'm going to just like gently lay this down. And we're just going for it, dudes. And I'm doing shrink wrap on both sides because I don't really have my my snips, my metal snips. So I will be able to clean up certain wire, and I'll do it with scissors. It doesn't matter. I mean, at the scale that we're operating, it kind of doesn't matter. But I still want to, like, I don't know. I don't want this thing to be entirely, like, look like it's paper mache together, And then where's my tube? Where's my tube? My tube! There we go. My 3/64 inch make nice tube. All right. And I'm just applying the shrink tube in advance. That's what I'm doing off camera. It's all I'm doing off camera. Okay. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have a 5-watt out, 5-watt in. We got 5-volt out. We got video and audio signals. So if we wanted to be really cocky, we would just not do audio at all, but I'm not, like, that deranged. Because I may, because the MIDI NES does actually have a video aspect. Now, much of the time, I think the use case is we need to use the video mode so that we can tell if we've disabled the visualizer. Because it does have a significantly more than they needed to develop. More than they needed, it will procedurally generate tiles based on the MIDI signals, which is very charming. Come on, guys, charming. But also, apparently, it does eat CPU cycles. So, it eats CPU cycles, which is unacceptable. So we're going to have to be mindful to disable it. Okay, now we are going to focus on the board itself. And this is 5-volt out, just goes to the exact corresponding mirror. We're mirroring it. So you open this thing like a book along the rear plane, the rear side. And again, just to reiterate, we have 5 different grounding lines that we need to be accountable for later. So we don't want to use all of our charisma juice, just doing this first part. So I am piggybacking off of the solder that we did last time. Okay, feeling good about it. And then we will center it. Ah, so clean. So fresh and so clean, gang. Okay, and 3. Now we're talking about the video pin. Video pin, it go in. I've been working on that one all week, guys. And we hit it with a this. And then we hit it with a this, and then we straighten it out. Okay, and this is like my least ugly solder job ever, if you can believe it. And then we go like this, and we have one more going in. The scorch marks are actually is actually flux. Yeah. It happens. Yeah, you saw, right? Yes. But it'll be okay. I mean, it'll either be okay or not. Oh, yeah, I see that on the actual Nintendo shell. It happens. We'll troubleshoot that in a minute. Probably, I guess we reheat it and then we just shape it like clay. Maybe we file it off and cover it with a sticker. That's what I've done with this one in the past. And thank you for the heads up, though. That's funny. Very funny. The way this thing is, All right. So, yeah. You know, it is melted, but it adds character. Too bad I don't have those snips, huh? Let's just see. You know what? I actually do need this out of the way, because I do want this to kind of fit, Yep. The straight lines guy. I am not a straight lines guy. But it'll be good enough. It should all fit back together. I mean, or it won't. Either way. But thank you for the heads up. That is very funny. Okay. So. Now we are able to open and close this like a book, which is fantastic. Let us... What's happening on the other side? So because I do not have my metal snips, I'm going to remove this from the... I'm going to remove the board, the Genesis Revival board, or the NES Revival board Genesis Edition, which is to say, if I did have an NES RGB board, I would be able to use the Genesis RGB cable. What is it? Let's just move this into frame. Oh yeah, hold on. I'm looking at the chat. I'm not looking at my actual video feed. So yes, this right here, you know, the Genesis RGB cable. Okay, so I've removed this. I'm gonna clean up the. I'm gonna clean up these leads here. Does that? Yeah, it's fine. I mean, again, if it doesn't work, this is sort of the lowest stakes pin to have not work. Oh no, 5 watt out. Actually, highly important to have work. So let's walk that statement back. I am going to just centering this just a little. And do I like that? Is there enough? I'm gonna give it more juice. Whoop. No bridge. No bridge, no problem. Yeah, okay. And then, so we're gonna flip it. And I'm gonna do a little snippy. And, you know, I don't know. If I have my tools, all in one place, this wouldn't be so very rock and roll, guys. So, okay. I feel good about it. And we have our grounding pin, and we have this army of the exact same screw. Again, why the Nintendo is so pleasant to work with. And okay. And then we close it like a book. Now we do have our power, controller 1. Actually, that's controller 2, teehee. And let's see. Gonna make sure that the grounding line is represented. Gonna make sure nothing is pinching anything. And we have unfinished business with the RCA jacks. So, I think, ooh, well, actually, yeah, I mean, we have all sorts of unfinished business all over this thing. But we are going to commit to our grounding regime. And last time I did a Y connector to ground, but I don't feel like fussing that much, so I am giving myself a lot of, I'm just giving myself room. We're just going to do 2 cables, and I think we're going to hit the grounding plane that's next to the power board because I'm a masochist of some kind, and it's going to be okay. I mean, or it won't, but whatever. So right now, off camera, you can't see this, I am snipping 2 identically length, and by identical, it's very asterisk, not actually identical. And then I'm going to remove the sleeve. And then we're gonna get grounded. And okay. We are dipping. We're dipping the gang in our rosin. Our kind of our gloopy doopy rosin. And then I am, so this guy has got a little loopty, and we are going to make a like an eye hook type. We're making a hook, and okay, that's good enough. And no, I'm gonna be slightly obsessive. Slightly obsessive. And okay, we hit it. Do we have an angle on it? Yeah, you can see enough. You can see what you need to. Whoop, I'm poking it. It's heating up. And I feel good about that. That's good. Let's do the second, the companion. And I'm gonna just make this into a hook, like off the jump. I'm gonna hook it in. I'm gonna get my pliers and I'm gonna do a pinchy. And we are going to hit it. Okay, I feel good about it. And so let's make sure, because we have added a bunch of cabling to the inside of this thing, we now have more cabling that could be pinched whenever we are screwing into these standoffs. So we just, we gotta be a little more cautious than before, but I don't think that we need to like be reinventing anything here. I do want to get these. So we know that anything that you see that's silver in appearance on the top of this thing should be a grounding plane. So you can kind of like I don't think you need to be super disciplined about where you're grounding this. Woo! It's built to snap. Okay, and no pinchy? No problem. Yes. Yes. Okay, and okay. Okay, and then this is the grounding line. So we have right here, you see this? So if you tuned in for the very first broadcast, this was a stumbling block because we soldered the top side, but we did not solder the bottom side, which is the top side. We soldered the top side, not the bottom side. We needed to solder the bottom side. So anyway, we're gonna get our knife. Yes. And we're gonna solder some more. And then we're gonna do a snippy, and it's all gonna be good. I am gonna be more careful about the snippy though because of okay, yeah, whatever, it's good. Should work, and if it doesn't, we'll just get on with our lives. It's all fine. Okay, so if you're just real busted up over the plight of scissors, then be careful. Avert your eyes. Okay, we go with the. Actually, I'm gonna get different pliers. Hold up. Hold up. Okay, 2. And hold on. I heard a chat, but I didn't see the chat. 3. And we're going to hit it with a 4. Okay, I feel good about it. And now we get to decide, all right, gang, which grounding plane, or rather, where on the actually rather large grounding plane do we want to see me attach everything? Let's see. Yeah, it looks bad. It looks real bad, but it's all because I'm not using clear rosin. I'm using like absolutely unhinged, like I had to do a ritual to extract this rosin from the elder gods of the forest. So, okay, let us see here. Let us see here. Yes, and it shows. Okay, so where's my grounding pin? I think that we are gonna ground, or am I going to extend this? I could just extend our mod. And then just ground everything over on the power side. Something about that does feel like on message, you know? But is that just inside the box thinking? Shouldn't we elect to be more radical if and wherever possible? I think that we are going to be grounding here because we can. So okay. So that is the NES Revival board. Then we have 2 leads coming off of the RCA jacks. And giving it the Rozzy. Boop. And then we're gonna just do the same with the companion piece. And okay, and we're going to, let's see. One, two, three, and I think that see, I don't want to solder into the grounding plane on the other side, even though I could. I just don't want to. I'm kind of a romantic, and I kind of like the spirit of like tapping onto a like a screw or something. But I don't have to do that. We don't have to do anything. Okay, I am going to extend the resistors. We're just gonna like straight up jog it over. And whee! This was very good cabling, much better than the stuff I started with. And I think that these will be good. I think at this length, it'll be fine. We have so much room to work with. Okay. And like this. And then like this. I have just removed the sleeve. And do I have shrink wrap? I don't need it, but it's just like for the ritual. It's the ritual. And then, yeah, I could have wired these. I'm not looking back. I'm not looking back for anything. I've dipped them in rosin. And where's my tube? Where did I put my tube? If I don't have tube, I'll just have to get over it and use tape, but I don't want to. I want to use tube. I want tube. Tube. I'm not going to use big tube. It's so interesting. Sometimes the way my brain works just don't make no sense. So, anyway. All right, I am going to okay, so the resistor, we have done a wrappy, and is it a, yeah, it's totally chill. I love it. Okay, and then we do it again. I found the amount of shrink wrap I just found is, wait, could be a clue. It could be a clue. My goodness. My goodness, my goodness. So we are going to do a wrappy. And I don't know if you guys have a good angle on this, but I sure do. Do. So I am now attaching the, and we're just extending this other resistor line. So. And I am going to clean my tip because I have been going real roughshod on some of these connectors, and I've just been like not practicing good etiquette. But you know, okay. Okay. So that is 1, 2, 3, and then 4 and 5. Let's see. I lift. I observe. I'm basically done with the rosin. I don't think that we're soldering. We may desolder something. So if we fire this up and it doesn't like just work, then we may do some troubleshooting. But which may involve disassembling some of our build. But also, because of the binary nature of this stuff, I'm like, you know, I don't know. Not only am I not worried, but I'm not tripping. You know, if you were wondering about what I did with my tube, you'll never believe. Yeah, I hit it with a lighter. That's so naughty of me. Okay, and we're gonna go with the I think that this comically oversized tube is not gonna work. I don't know if this is gonna shrink nearly as much as we sort of like want. But I'm gonna give it a shot. I mean, if it either works or not. Okay. The heat shrink tube's so big, I think I must have like picked it up off of like a free pile or something. The heat shrink's so big, I gotta hit it from both angles. Whoa, you can look at that off camera. That's so funny. You just see the flame. Woo, this is science and technology, gang. We've made it. We have made it. Okay, I think it's good enough. All I want is for it to not really be touching I don't want any exposed connectors anywhere that I don't want there to be exposed connectors. And then, to make up for that, I didn't show you me hitting that crazy, I don't even know, I might be too embarrassed to show you the shrink wrap. It's quite large. Engorged, you could even say. Okay, we do a twisty. We do a twisty. I'm gonna, oh man, I made this big deal about how we're done with the flux. We're not done with the flux. Okay. Okay. So then we go 1, no. Let's see, where's my soldering iron? Okay, 1, and then 2. And okay, we're in. This is all just ground. Look at this. Oh, my painterly strokes of the pen. Whee! Hold on a second. Ah, that's better. Okay, we are gonna put a bow on it. It was just making a mass, an absolute just mass of solder. Ah, beautiful. Ah, beautiful. Beautiful. And these are all grounding lines, so they're big chillin'. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And we're just gonna route them all. I'm not gonna use a cap for routing. That's like deranged behavior. Literally do a wellness check on me. Call my mom, make sure I'm doing okay. Let's see. This, and we're just going to route it around here. And that is good enough. That is good enough. We're not going to go on the inside. We're going to go on the outside. We were only using the inside as sort of a guide. Okay, so we have so much play in this cabling that it will be very easy to open this Nintendo up as, you know, as if it were a book. Again, like, if we need to, right? Making sure that I'm not screwing anything in that would pinch, no pinchies. And, okay. I'm not about to say, are y'all ready to watch the most boring part of this build, which is me putting the same screw in like 50 times. But I am gonna put a few. I'm gonna put a couple in, just a couple, and then we see if the if some complete stranger's childhood Nintendo catches a flame. If it starts smoking, if it starts smorking right in front of us. Okay, that's a 1. We're going to hit a 1. I think I'll hit a 2 over here. We will hit the spring tray. And, gosh, I am just putting every screw into this board without even testing to see if it's actually good, huh? No. We won't be so naive this time. Okay, 1, 2, and do I have the 2? We are going to do, again, the 72-pin connector tray. We're just going to do it. It's not going to be a big deal. So the deal with the 72-pin connector tray, you see this right here? That is the one is different rule, right? That is the is different. Is the outer screw is the brass finish screw, and then these two on the inside are the nickel finish screw, and everything else should just be the same screw. Okay. All right, 72-pin connector. Let's find out. I feel like I don't even want to put the entire case together. I am gonna just like, I'm gonna hit it live. All right, gang. So, what are we gonna do? How are we gonna do this? I have such a cool idea. For one thing, I'm gonna go wash my hands real quick. Like, so quick. Okay. So what I'm going to do here, we're not going to finish screwing this together by any means. I'm actually going to just jump straight into, well, actually, one thing I feel like I owe to this poor little Nintendo, does it actually fit back together at all? And it's fine. Okay, so. Let us continue with our due diligence. I think that I'm going to just see if we gain power state. If we get power at all and it doesn't like immediately burn my house down, then we're good. And I'm going to start taping these lines up so that they are just like nice and managed. Okay. So we are going to, what are we going to do here for the, you know what we're going to do? You know what we're going to do, gang? We are going to actually, do I have anything? I'm opening up Helldivers. And we're going to enjoy the 9070 environment while I plug this thing in and get my video card, like, you know, I'm assuming it's going to work. This may not work at all. So just a second. Where is the childhood Nintendo power adapter? It is right here. I plug in. Oh yeah, we gain power. And let's see if we like. Yeah, right. Oh my god, my cabbages! Okay, so Meaty Ness, where you be? Here you are.
Freedom doesn't come.
Darling.
Sweet liberty!
Sweet liberty! The blood!
Look familiar?
Okay. I'm not quite there yet, but we're gonna be, I assure you. Now, because I don't have this connected to audio at all, I don't know if the audio mod works yet. But we're not at the audio mod. Right now, we are at the... We're just seeing if we get video.
Become part of an elite peacekeeping force! See exotic new life forms.
NTSC out. SDI,
And spread managed democracy throughout the galaxy. Become a hero.
Okay, and?
Become a legend. Become a Helldiver.
And then I'm going to hit this button. I'm going to go to, just a second here, desktop video. We're going to the 4K Extreme. We're going to input, composite, save, and then internal audio, yes. So we have power, but because I don't have an old-timey television to plug this into to see if it's actually transmitting data. Okay. Ooh. Analog. Power? Hey! Close enough. Save. All right. Oh, this is the camera line. That's so funny. All right, so I have video, which is very good. So let's go see if we have audio. And in order to do that, no, I'm not. I'm actually just going straight into the SDI adapted. Like, basically, there's a, BNC plug on the Blackmagic video card that I'm using. But, yeah, so my, my monitor, the monitor on the unit did output video, which is how I know it's good. Now, I don't know... Oh, well, I have an idea of why OBS did not transmit that video. But in the meantime, this was never about getting a video signal off of the NES. That was only minimally confirming that it worked at all. So, what we're actually doing here is plugging this thing into my freaking, sorry, hold on. Plugging this thing into my, my audio bench. Okay, so we have this, and I had this thing plugged in not too long ago, so all of the leads are still around. I just need to put my hands on them. Okay, so the 1DX, which is the camera we were doing our... I'm gonna fiddle with this just a touch, not too much. I'm not gonna go bonko. But it would be fun if I could show you what I just saw. Okay, and I'm gonna go into OBS, and... yeah, so this thing I think technically is an upscaler, but it is not a... it's not... like, it's not known as a particularly good one. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Properties. Mode. Auto. Okay. Then I hit analog. Meh. There we go. You will see the awesome power of the Blackmagic design. Ultra Studio 4K Extreme 2. Transform. Fit to screen. My God, you can't see anything. But that's okay, we knew that was going to happen. So, this guy has a reputation for... I learned this only recently. So you see how there are hashes on the screen? Hold on. Also, Helldivers, get out of here. We're done with you. We're done with you. Oh no. We're not playing you. Not right now. No, get out of my head. No, stop. Stop. Get out of my head. Hold on. Game. Quit game. Because we don't want the mix. Okay, so. We have the MIDI NES. You should be seeing it on your screen right now. And then I'm going to send a chat message just to make sure our chat's still working. Hi. Oh no, I just hit open Helldivers again. Like, it's the voice in my head or something. We're going to go back to the this, and we're going to say hi, and I'm going to say yay. Okay, good. So chat is working. It's official. It's official. And then I'm going to I need to actually tell this game to stop being on because we're done with it.
Super Earth, our home.
Exit game, confirm. Okay. We'll deal with you later. So, we have this. My MIDI NES is still plugged in. So, oh, it hated that. We're going to go doot. Doot. There we go. We're back. Quite stable. This is an absolutely brilliant piece of technology. And okay. And I want to connect my Nintendo back to the audio stack. So let's see. I believe. Okay, the verb. Okay, that is that Nintendo. So this other one is Okay, right now I am routing cables. And okay, I haven't gone anywhere, by the way. I'm still here. And we are opening Logic. Logic. Autosave? Okay. Input 3. Then we go input 4. And then, is the MIDI connected to anything? It is channel 4. MIDI destination 4. Yes, dude, we're in. We are in. What was I doing over here? What was this? It's better. All right. Well, that was great. Nintendo's working. It's gonna take some more time to actually get it like going, but this is a really good start. Really, really good start. So, let's see. Ooh. I think let's go ahead and end our stream on, we're going to end our stream on YouTube. Goodbye. Doot. End.